Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. A few weeks back, Mark T. Collins, one of the crew members on Craig of the Creek, took to Reddit to announce that they had finished production on the movie, and we made a video discussing how it also confirmed that Cartoonito is on the decline and soon will be off of Cartoon Network. I'll leave a card to that video above, but in the beginning of that video, we touched on the Craig of the Creek movie and how it's finished production and it was slated to release in 2023 on Cartoon Network. We don't really have that much time left in 2023, so I had presumed that this movie would be pushed back into 2024, and I was kind of right and kind of wrong. I was both right and wrong at the same time, and you might be wondering to yourself, DC Network, how could you be right and wrong at the same time? It's either coming out this year or it's not coming out this year. Well, we got the official confirmation from Cartoon Network that the Craig of the Creek movie, which is titled Craig Before the Creek, will release on digital storefronts on December 11th. Then it will premiere on Cartoon Network on January 13th at 3 p.m. and will release on DVD on March 26th next year. So the reason I'm saying I'm right and wrong is because it is coming out this year, but only on digital storefronts, but it's coming to Cartoon Network next year in 2024. I just find this whole scenario to be rather strange in all honesty, and it's not the first time that Cartoon Network has released something like this. And the reason I say it's rather strange is because I've never really understood the thought process behind, hey, we're making this movie, it's gonna be this big Cartoon Network original, but it's not releasing first on Cartoon Network, it's releasing first on digital storefronts. I don't understand that thought process. I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish there other than get people to pay, what, $20 for this thing on iTunes or Amazon Video before it comes out a month later on Cartoon Network. Like I said before, this isn't the first time they've done this. They did it, I believe, for the We Bare Bears movie back when that came out a few years back, which I still haven't seen that movie. I really do want to at some point. In general, We Bare Bears is a show that I watched the first season, I believe, but then fell off of it, and eventually I want to watch the entirety of that show from start to finish, including the movie. They also did this in the past, I believe, with the Adventure Time finale. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the Adventure Time finale came out on DVD the day before it aired on Cartoon Network. I'm 99% sure that's what they did there, but don't quote me on that one. And the last instance of this happening is, I believe, when the regular show movie premiered on Cartoon Network. It actually had come out a few days prior or a few weeks prior on DVD. So again, like I said before, this isn't the first time that Cartoon Network's done this, but I just really don't understand the point of this. For example, just imagine Cartoon Network did this with a show. Let's say the new Ben 10 is coming out, and the first season premieres exclusively on digital storefronts first, and each episode is $6 a pop, and the only way you see the first season of this new show is if you buy it on digital storefronts. Let's say it's $50 for the season. Then a month or 2 months later, it starts to premiere weekly on Cartoon Network. That's essentially what they're doing here, but instead of it being for a TV show, it's for a movie. And again, I don't get it, because I feel like there would be so much more hype surrounding the premiere of this movie on Cartoon Network if it was initially premiering on there and not having this month or so early premiere on digital storefronts. And I feel like for Cartoon Network at this point in time, like, look, this never made sense as a marketing strategy, if you even want to call it that. I don't know what to call this. It's just, in my opinion, it's just idiotic. It just has no rhyme or reason to it. It's just something they're doing for no reason whatsoever, it would seem. Maybe just to make a quick buck off of the digital storefronts. But I feel like this isn't good for this point in time, especially for Cartoon Network, because this isn't a Warner Brothers Discovery thing. They did this, as I said before, with the Adventure Time finale. They did it with the We Be Bears movie. They did it with the regular show movie. This is something that Warner Media did as well. But to me, in my opinion, it's going to get so many more eyes on Cartoon Network as opposed to this movie premiering on digital storefronts first. Like, for example, imagine if they have this huge promo event for the Craig of the Creek movie, Craig Before the Creek. They're gonna have the whole series marathon leading up to the premiere of this movie. I feel like not only would that be a great way to hype up the premiere of this movie, but it would be a great promotional event for Cartoon Network, a channel that currently doesn't have that much going for it anymore. If you really think about it, Craig of the Creek is one of the biggest shows on Cartoon Network right now. Of course, there's only 3 or 4 shows that they currently have airing semi-consistent new episodes, but nevertheless, it is a big series for them, and it's ending soon. So what, are they going to release the Craig of the Creek finale? Are they going to release the rest of season 5 on digital storefronts first, on DVD first, instead of premiering it on Cartoon Network? It just has no logic. It has no rhyme or reason to this happening. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not the biggest deal in the world, I guess you can say, because you're gonna get to watch the Craig of the Creek movie no matter what. You're getting to watch it on December 13th, whatever. You're gonna get to see it. You're just gonna have to pay money for it. I guess that's the downside to it from the consumer standpoint, but you're getting to see it early. If you want to own the movie and you're gonna do this anyways, like for me personally, I remember when they did this with the regular show movie and with the Adventure Time finale, I was buying those DVDs either way, so it really didn't make a difference to me. I just thought, oh, this is kind of a lame way to see it. Why don't they just premiere it first on Cartoon Network and then I get it on DVD later? But I feel like their strategy behind this, or their thought process, is probably like, oh, you know, there's a certain group of people who are gonna buy this no matter what on DVD or on digital, but if we premiere it first that way, maybe we'll get more people to buy it, because then they're gonna be like, oh, I want to see this movie now. I don't want to have to wait a month. I want to see what happens. I don't want to, you know, I don't have patience. I can't wait a month for this premiere on Cartoon Network. That would have been me as a kid. I wouldn't, even today, honestly, if they were releasing something like, for example, let's just say they released Unicorn Warriors Eternal on Blu-ray as opposed to, you know, premiering it on Adult Swim. If it came out first that way, or My Adventures with Superman, I would have gone out and buy the Blu-ray. I'm not the most patient person, in all honesty. I'm not going to wait a month or 2 months or 3 months to see something that I could see right now if I go buy it on Blu-ray. So I get it. That's probably what they're trying to do. To me, that's a bit scummy. It feels a bit, you know, just shady in my opinion, that's their strategy. They're just trying to get a quick buck and say, hey, yeah, that's how you're going to see the movie first. I get it. If it's premiering in theaters, that's a different story, because, okay, this is a theatrical release. It's much bigger than a, you know, Cartoon Network original movie meant for TV, but it's not a theatrical release. It's a movie that was made for TV, and Cartoon Network just, they're trying to grasp at every penny they can. They're trying to get as much as they can right now, and again, I don't want to blame this on Warner Brothers Discovery, because this was something they did when it was still Warner Media. It's just a weird marketing strategy that, for some reason, Cartoon Network's employing once again. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys agree with me that this is a rather strange way to premiere the Craig of the Creek movie, and it's kind of a slap in the face to the fans, because it's like, hey, if you really like this show and you want to see this movie, give us $20 for it. You can see it a month later if you want to be patient, but if you want to see it now, $20 it is. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.